like Clare have been motoring very, very well all
Mm.
league, and that's without Tony Kelly and Shane O'Donnell and Ryan
Mm.
Taylor, who you'd
Mm.
hope from him that he's coming back soon. But geez, they've been looking good.
Yeah, and they look just looking there against Kane in blowing in Hughes Park. They look really well conditioned and really strong and good use of the ball, and like, let's call it spade a spade. They have been the number 2 team in the last couple of years. They're a team that looked close to turning Limerick over in the last couple of years, and that are really going. If anyone's going to beat them, they're going to be the team to beat them. Their concern is John Conlon legs. Their concern is Ryan Taylor's injury. Their concern is no sign of Shane O'Donnell yet, and no sign of Tony Kelly yet. And there's talk Dave McInerney could be injured as well. So they can't afford that either. They can't afford their depth of panel isn't like everybody else. They have their 18, 19, but they don't have their 20, 23, 24. Like, so I mean, so but to me, yeah, 100%. They're a good side. They're a really, really good side. And again, there's that bit of continuity there. They know who to want in and where. Probably 6 needs to be addressed. If Dave McInerney is fit, he's probably the natural man to go in there, and he's really solid. But like Tipp and Clare this weekend, it's a big game. It's a bigger game for Tipp, I feel, than it is for Clare, right? I think Clare know where they're at. I think Tipp need to really settle their team, and who's playing 6? Who's playing 11? Do you know? Who's playing 14? What's our shape? Do you know? We have our full back line probably sorted. We need to sort our goalie. Do you know? Who's our midfield? Who's 8 and 9? So like, we need to start putting that together now, and go down there and get a performance. And essentially, we can turn them over, and we need to turn them over because we have that extra week, and we probably need to get to league final,
You're taking all the wind out of my sails. I'm feeling like Tipp aren't back. For once, I'm saying Tipp aren't back. But well, like, if you were to go through the positives this year for Tipperary, I think you did a piece a couple of weeks ago, maybe with the Examiner, and you were talking about some of the options that Tipperary had developed. So if you were to look at the positive side, what would it be?
Yeah. Well, listen, the positive side is that we have options, right? As regards, we have new blood coming in, like the likes of Dara Stakelum, like the likes of this Keneally chap, Sean Keneally from Moneygall. You have Conor Bogan back, wing back, looks to be a really good attacking minded wing back. You have Craig Morgan back at cornerback, who's a real attacking minded, really aggressive, tight cornerback, who's attack minded as well. Barry Heffernan is back. Jake Morris is flying it. Jason Ford is still as sharp after he came back there. There was question marks. Okay, will he be? How will he be? He's outstanding against Limerick and looks really, really sharp. Okay, what's the role for Noel McGrath? Dan McCormick's come back into it. Like, we still have 20, 22 good players, really good hurlers. But I suppose my question is, we need to put them into a mix now and get a shape and start building it and stick with it and get a bit of continuity. Do you know what I mean? Because as I say, we're only 4 or 5 weeks away, and we need to settle lads into the positions, know their job, and it comes down to being repetitive doing your job, and eventually then it will work. And but yeah, I Craig Morgan to me is a huge addition back. I think Seamus Kennedy, unfortunately, massive loss. Right, that's like, he was a revelation last year for us, like, really steady warhorse type lad. But like, we need to really identify who's going where, But Conor Bowe is another real positive, I think, wing back. He's not the finished article, but I think he'll grow into that position again. Attack minded, can score from distance. Brian O'Mara needs to step up as well. Good hurler, whether you're playing wing back or 6, really attack minded as well. Can shoot from distance. Willie Connors back on the panel, another positive. Do you know what I mean? So there is lots of positives there. I suppose, but like, we're just, and again, maybe last year Lee were going to fly. Maybe we're time running better this year. Maybe Mikey and Liam have learned their lesson and said, right, you know what, now we're not showing our hand, and we're going to hold back a little bit here now, and we're going to time a run, and we're going to introduce lads gradually, and we're going to hit the ground running in the end of April, May, and peak at the right time. So that's what we're all hoping,